Carrie Beck with How to Homeschool My Child, and I am here tonight to talk to you about Christmas around the world. That has become one of our most popular topics when it comes to holiday resources. Everyone's saying Christmas around the world. That's what I want to spend some time with. And here we are, Monday after Thanksgiving. We have 3.5, 4 weeks. A lot of time before Christmas. So what I want to do is talk to you a little bit about some ideas that you could use to teach your kids about Christmas around the world. If you hop on, be sure to read the flash giveaway and sale as well, because we actually, today until midnight, you can save 40% off our Christmas around the world unit study if you just use the code Top Cyber Monday. But enough of that. Let's talk about activities that you could take about Christmas and integrate them into your homeschool. Why am I even talking about this? Because most of the moms that I have talked to or listened to have said they're stressed out. They need to find time. They need to figure out how to keep Jesus Christ as the focus. The hustle and bustle is more than the peace and quiet. So why not integrate Christmas into your homeschool? For me personally, that's what we did. We pretty much stopped our homeschooling now, and we didn't pick it up till January. And so that was the way that we actually did it. And one of the things that we actually did was we used a unit study called Christmas Around the World. I'm going to show you parts of that. I'm also going to show you some of these ideas. This is specifically for preschoolers and kindergartners. So we've got preschool and kindergarten, and then we've got elementary and middle school ages. What I want to do right now is actually go through some of the pages and then show you actually how we do some of the activities. So let's start with Christmas around the world. One of the things that you will really enjoy about this is you've got an idea on how to plan your unit. You're going to look for books. I would go to the library. There's lots of book suggestions. We have Merry Christmas Around the World. And then for each country, I think we have Bethlehem, Germany, Sweden, Mexico, and Great Britain. And I'm going to show you some things with Germany and Mexico and Great Britain tonight, some activities that you can actually do. So each day you will get some books to read. You'll also get this page that says Christmas traditions and activities. Actually, it's all in there, and then you just click the button. It'll take you to how to do it. Then we have activities, like this is Germany, gingerbread ornaments. I'm going to show you how to make a Christmas tree, because the Christmas tree tradition actually came from Germany. Here's another one, Christmas tree tostada from Mexico. I'm going to show you a poinsettia craft that you can do as well from Mexico. There's a whole section in here about Christmas poetry. And then finally, one of the best things I think is a little quick reference. It's a little tongue twister. Quick reference. So we tell you the country, the tradition, what you're going to read in the Bible or in a book, and then what Christmas carols. You'll include all the Christmas carols, and then the printables that you can get as well. And so we have each one of those, and then we also have snacks and meals and activity. This one's a gingerbread nativity. I will be demonstrating that on Wednesday. All of my Facebook Lives this week from How to Homeschool My Child will be at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. So that's that. Now let's talk about how we could do it. I'm going to show you a few ideas. What is Mexico? Mexico is known for poinsettias. And here we go. So one thing you could do is actually get, if you've ever studied Spanish or if your kids are studying Spanish, you could get a very simple book about Christmas, and it's actually in Spanish. And then you can practice your Spanish. Un ángel les habló. An angel spoke to them. I'm actually practicing it because I didn't really read this ahead of time. Los pastores fueron a Belén. The shepherds went to Bethlehem. I'm just glad I can actually understand this. Anyway, that would be one idea. Another thing is the poinsettia is known to have come from Mexico. So here's a craft, and the outline and the patterns are all in there. You could actually take this. You're going to cut out green felt leaves like this, and then you're going to cut out this green flower part. You're going to stick it together like this once you cut it out. You're going to insert the flower part into here, into the leaves and open it up, and it makes a poinsettia. So there we go. We have a poinsettia. But the cool thing about it is it's actually a napkin ring holder. So you can actually put your napkin, paper or fabric or whatever kind of napkin you have, you can put your napkin here. So the poinsettia represents Mexico around the world, and you cut it out, but it can also serve a purpose, and you can actually use it through Advent and Christmas as well. So there is something you can do with Mexico. Another thing you can do is, here's a book for Sweden. It's called Christmas in Noisy Village, and it actually talks about what Christmas is like in the Netherlands. So you can read this. Actually, I bought this, but it was available also at my library. So look at your library right now, put it on hold so you'll have it in time. One thing that we always did as a family is we actually celebrated St. Lucia's Day, which I believe is December 12th. I didn't write it down, but that comes from the Swedish era. And the thing about St. Lucia, and I actually, if you get on my blog, you can see a picture of my daughter. She has a wreath, and the wreath has candles on it because St. Lucia is the patron of light. So she would get up early in the morning, and we would bake these special St. Lucia rolls, and she would carry them into the bedroom and actually serve them to her brother and sister. I will actually share a link from this website right here from Facebook, this group that I shared about Christmas in Sweden. And so that's one idea that you could also do. It also has the instructions and the recipe for the St. Lucia rolls as well. St. Lucia is the patron of light. So there's another idea you could do. We have Mexico poinsettia. Sweden, we have St. Lucia's Day. Another one we have is Great Britain. Great Britain, there's a lot of similarities between us, but one thing they did was they make something called Christmas crackers. Now, there are directions in our unit study, and you can print it all out and everything, but all I did right here is I took a toilet paper roll, I covered it with Christmas wrapping paper, and what you would do is then you would have two people, and this is the game that you would play, you would actually go like this, and then whatever's inside, and this happens to be candy, pops out, and then you get to share it. So that would be another thing. That is what they do in England as well. So there's another one. There are also recipes about wassail. You can make some wassail. There's some other ideas in there as well. I'm going to come to Germany at the end. But before I do, I actually want to share just a few things about the preschool unit study, because some of you have just 3, 4, and 5-year-olds. This is what I would recommend for Christmas around the world is our preschool. Why? Because it has 3 or 4 days that are specifically for countries. And then it has, I believe, I guess I should have checked, the candy cane, the legend of the candy cane, and I'll be talking about that later this week, and then how the Grinch stole Christmas. So what is in this one? I've shown you what was in Around the World unit study. Now let's take a look at the preschool one. And we're going to move right into Germany. So it's going to give you a book to read and some things to study and what to teach. So it says, read about a Christmas tree. And I'm going to show you a fun, edible activity. This is a wall that my daughter actually cut out a huge felt Christmas tree, and then she cut out lots of felt decorations and ornaments, and the kids can actually play with it as well. You can see my granddaughter from a couple years ago. So they took the German tradition of trees. Then we have a song, O Christmas Tree, that you can actually teach your kids and you can sing with them. Here is an art activity, and it shows you exactly what to do for your Christmas tree art activity. And then it talks about St. Nicholas Day. St. Nicholas is actually from Germany. It is celebrated on December 6th, which means that is this Sunday. It tells sort of the story of St. Nicholas Day, which is the story of he was the patron saint of kids. He actually helped kids. It's said that he would leave money in stockings of needy families. There were some daughters that needed help, and he left money in their stockings as well. And so it tells a little bit more about that, which is the historical St. Nicholas, which is a lot more, it's a lot different than what we have for Santa Claus. Then here's what we're going to do tonight. This is Eat Your Way Through School. Every day in the preschool unit has an Eat Your Way Through School. So here's one of them. We're going to do that tonight. It's a Christmas tree. Here's another Christmas tree. And then I think it has the Santa Claus hat as well. So I think that's it. Let's see what else is in here. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so let's show you how this will work. What you're going to need to make your Christmas tree, with whether you use it with the older kids or the younger kids, is the first thing is you need a sugar cone. And then from there, you need some green frosting. You can use whatever kind. You can buy some white frosting, and all you have to do. And then I would suggest that Mom covers, oh well, I've already broken it. Oh well, we won't show that side. You're going to cover the whole tree. And I actually did this with a first grade class one year. My daughter Ashley was teaching at-risk kids first grade, and so I went and actually told them the story of the Christmas tree. And you could even go, if you have older kids, I would encourage you to study the story of Boniface. I will actually be sharing the story of Boniface tomorrow on our free master class. It's 3 clues to keep Christ in Christmas. And at the end of it, I will be sharing the story of Boniface and how he cuts down the log and he encourages people to actually cut the logs down and put lights on them and decorate according to, and it's a symbol of the cross that Jesus died on. But for right now, we're going to cover this with frosting. Okay, good. We got the green tree here. The next thing we want to do, let me put this on a plate, okay, because this is going to be a mess. The next thing I would encourage you to do is to use miniature M&Ms. Let me just put them on real quickly and I'll show you what it looks like. I would probably put more, and I've never really done this with my grandkids, but here you go. You can decorate like this. The other thing we have used are these little white pearl things you can probably just get in the bakery section of your grocery store, and it doesn't take, oh wow, I think I got too many. I would definitely put one on top, and then I would just sort of put them around to sort of add a little bit of white, to add a little bit of light. But before you know it, your child, they can put as many M&Ms or whatever, but they have decorated it. Now that's not got a lot on there. I would put a little bit more if I were actually doing it with the kids. But all of a sudden, they have an Eat Your Way Through Christmas school exercise or activity. In our preschool unit, every single day, there's 8 days in the unit, you will get an Eat Your Way Through School. In Christmas Around the World unit study, you will actually get some recipes of other things that you can make. So these are simple activities in the preschool one, and then we would move to maybe a little bit more complicated. So here we have a Christmas tree. I would tie this in with Germany. Germany is the foundation of our Christmas tree and where we got this tradition, and you could do some more studies, again, like I said, on Boniface. So that would be what I would do there. Another very simple Christmas tree, and I didn't get all the supplies. I forgot when I got to the store. If you want, you could actually take some wreaths like this and then put a kisses on top with a little red bow, and that would make a chocolate Christmas tree. That would be another thing that you could do. So now let me just say, so we've talked about Mexico. We have our, oh, where'd it go to? I got way too much stuff sitting around here. Here we go. Poinsettias and the La Posada. So we had, you're going to get this particular pattern to make napkin rings. Then we talked about Christmas in Noisy Village when we talked about St. Lucia and St. Lucia rolls, and she is the patron saint of light. If you want to, in Mexico, if you want to get maybe a Spanish version of the Christmas story, you can. And then read some books about the Christmas tree that we included as well. And you can actually make your own ice cream cone Christmas tree, and then they get to eat it all as well. The last thing, and I've already used it in my demonstration, were our Christmas crackers from England. You fill a tube with some kind of goodies, and then you bring it like this, and then 2 people pull it apart, and there you have your Christmas cracker from Great Britain. And there's a lot more ideas in our Christmas Around the World unit study. Now I need to tell you, there's a sale right now that ends tonight because it's Cyber Monday, and you're not going to see this discount anywhere else. But I've been discounting everything in our holiday store 50% off, whether it's Christmas Around the World, Star of Bethlehem, or even Love of Learning or Family Business. The code is Top Cyber Monday. I'm sorry, it's 40% off the entire store. And the link is already in the description, and you are welcome to go there. It ends at midnight tonight. That will probably be one of the best discounts that you can get. So that's a few ideas. Now, I also have a giveaway. We are giving away one of our Christmas Around the World unit studies, just the ebook. And if you want, all you have to do is leave a comment here, and you will be entered into our giveaway. I am Carrie Beck with How to Homeschool My Child. Y'all have a great day. If you have any questions, thoughts, comments about Christmas Around the World or integrating Christmas into your homeschool, leave a comment. I will also be coming back every single day this week at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So I hope to see you then. Y'all have a great evening.